Marvel Snap's latest card release in Martyr is here, and my early verdict / take is it seems like a very reasonable and playable card, especially inside of decks that I typically enjoy playing, that involve playing multiple cards out on the final turn of the game, and ultimately filling your board, which is one of the best ways to mitigate her downside. If all your spaces are full, she can't move around the board to throw any points. I think the card that she's most comparable to that already existed in Marvel Snap is definitely Titania, who jumps back and forth on a single location. The big upside Martyr has over this card in my mind is that Martyr is something that you control, whereas Titania is something you got to kind of play hot potato with your opponent, meaning that you essentially only ever want to play Titania in those final moments of the game when she's more predictable, whereas Martyr, you can play her out early on turns 1 or 2 and then slowly fill up your board, mitigating her downside over the entire course of the game instead of just at the very end. Now, the non-Martyr cards in this deck is a core that you've seen from me in the past. We've got Moon Girl to double up our Martyr and other cheap cards such as Kitty Pryde, as well as Mysterio and Elsa Bloodstone. Elsa is a card that feels like she goes really well with Martyr because Martyr wants you to fill your board up, and so does Elsa. Mysterio not only meets both of those conditions well, but it also triggers Bishop 3 times, who acts as a massive stat stick inside of this deck. Because a lot of the cards that we're playing have low starting powers, we've got Bast here to pump them up, and then we round the deck list out with some utility / tech cards. Jeff the Baby Land Shark to wiggle into some hard to reach places. We have Goose as well as Armor here to give us counterplay into what our opponent has going on, such as Eliath, and we have Luke Cage that not only protects our growing cards from stuff like Shadow King, but he also makes it so that if we accidentally or have to bash something that has 4 power, it gets that extra point of power back once we deploy it to the board. At any rate, I hope you enjoyed today's game highlight. I think this deck is very reasonable and competitive. I also think if you're someone that's not interested in picking up Martyr, you could definitely still play this deck at reasonable efficiency with something else like Hood or even Titania in that slot. If you do enjoy what you see today, be sure to snap that like button. For the rest of the day, though, have fun. Can we fill for Martyr? Probably. I'm gonna do this in this order, so that way if Luke Cage spins into Elsa, we get an Elsa bonus on Kitty. Unfortunately, their Echo means I can't play around Eliath on the right on the last turn, which is unfortunate. Do I need to beat Eliath, though? This is at least 9 in the middle, right? I think I'd rather just make the biggest number here. Oh, that's a big fish. I think we win the breaker. Oh, and Moon Girl's more than the minimum in the middle. Okay. Yes, and even if we hit Luke Cage here, we'd tie and then we'd be up by more than 5. You know, no breaker needed. I think I'm just gonna play on curve with the Elsa in hand. Ha! Well, now we'll Bishop into... I wasn't gonna wait around and Moon Girl the Elsa, but now we will definitely Moon Girl the Elsa. Hella Enjoyer likely living up to their screen name this game. Mother of God! If I didn't want to chase people out of games, I would snap here. FYI. I'm only not snapping because I'm recording content.
Opponent snapped.
what just happened. I mean, they're discarding stuff to Modok, so they've got 3 draws and a Hella here. Yep. Ooh, their Iron Man hit the baby path. We're good to go, right? They have to leave? I'm at 27 on each side. They have Super Scroll? Yeah, GG put it. What a crazy game.
Victory.
Always snap Abby when I'm playing for reals if I could draw with it on 2. But again, when I'm recording with a new card, I basically just don't snap so I can try and get recordings in. But I want to call that out what I feel is optimal snapping in these situations. Don't really want to turn Kitty or Bishop into a demon here, so we'll do this. Loki having a minimum 1 for the cards it reduced costs on is a very frequent suggestion I hear, and also one that I consistently call very silly. Loki is basically never winning the game because of playing a bunch of free 1 energy cards. It's just not why the card is good. I think it's this. I think it's this. And then next turn I go Moon Girl middle plus Kitty on the left. And then this guarantees the Moon Girl goes into the big house. And then my last turn gets to be Mysterio, Rock, Kitty. Loopy Liddy, thank you for the over a year. Appreciate the Baker's Denon. The Kitty split's insane. It's very good. I actually really like the rainbow finishes on the gold splits. They're super premium. And then the scary thing here is... Well, I guess Alliance not even scary, right? Sweet, solid game for us here. Kinda exactly what the deck's looking to do with Martyr showing up to give us a little bit of point boost. And again, they have priority, but even if they Alliance us here, I still play these here and this here, and we win here and here. I think we beat that, right? I wasn't thinking about Killmonger, but yeah, a lot of these fun police decks have been shoving Killmonger in. Yeah, we're good. We beat them by 1 on the right. We beat them by 2 on the right. Nice. Sweet. Nice deck card.
Victory.
This is also a person who intentionally ropes us because they know that roping me hurts my content. Oh, class act.
Snap.
Oh, snap on the raft.
Opponent snapped.
Are they a content creator too? They are a content creator as well. There's some worlds where we're playing this extra. So they can't sentry right? I think Eva just slows down against any high-ranked player. Last time we played against Eva, they literally told their stream they run their timer out against me because they know I find it frustrating. I am not speculating. There's the words that came out of their mouth. Elsa? Martyr. I mean, that's not bad. I think we're probably good here, right? Looking at different screens while you're streaming doesn't necessarily mean you're sniping while you play. But
Victory.
who knows? We put them firmly in a trash can. I feel like I played this game pretty well. We lined this up correctly. We blocked them here. Like, yeah. We've not seen Martyr move yet. Again, in most decks that are playing her, Martyr is simply not going to be moving. The stat points work at the end of the season. The people who have more stat points lose more than the people who have less, but it's still not quite a full reset, if that makes sense. I think I would snap here if I was playing for keeps, but I'm just like kind of trying to record content, so we're vibing. I guess the goose is awkward if this flips Savage lands and I draw Moon Girl. Almost took the bait. You could argue that I'm a master at baiting, chat. Truly, truly skilled at it.
Opponent snapped.
There's no way they're a Killmonger deck, right? Famous last words. Oh, you're late, Moon Girl. I think we're supposed to leave here, but I also think there's a chance Martyr could move to lose us the game, and I kind of want to see the animation for that. No, don't leave! Yeah? Yeah, I can just take a 6-power Nico. In case it's not obvious, I would snap here if we were playing for keeps. Likely a prison deck of some sort with Nebula. There are some non-prison Nebula decks, but on average, that's what they are. Oh! Well, it turns out playing Goose wouldn't have stopped the Professor X on the expansion. Who knew?
Opponents.
Echo probably wins them the game, unfortunately, here. Maybe we draw Jeff without being able to goose or armor the center. Pretty medium position overall. Hey, Maverick, thanks for the primer. Appreciate the support.
All systems go.
Jeff! Who's a good little land shark? Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Victory.
That's all. Snap the like button if you'd be so kind, and check back in again tomorrow for another highlight.